Best and worst female reactions to seeing your dick for the first time. Start reaction. I found her very wet and almost getting orgasm when I was taking my clothes off. I in front of her. Really hot, she said. Worst reaction. We started touching each other and she felt it. It's really big. I assure her that everything will be fine and went to toilet. When I came back, she left already, without any reason other than a "what's up" note. I am sorry. Had a girl reach in my pants and grab it. I jokingly asked, "Is it big?" She looked at me and said, "Yeah, like, actually," with a face like she's been asked that many times, and this is the first time she didn't have to lie. Worst reaction for me has probably been no reaction. Best reaction is a verbal one, followed by the insertion reaction when they are enjoying it, but also asking you to go super slow. Nothing like filling her up and not even being all the way in until she's fully warmed up. Worst reaction was, "No, you're not putting that in me." Best reaction was the look on her face as I was penetrating her. She told me afterwards that she loved the feeling of being filled up and stretched during penetration. Best, some sort of shock and awe, usually getting very horny and measuring against herself. Worse, "Wait, is that real? Do you really want to put that in me?" I didn't really know how to respond besides, "I promise I'm gentle," but kind of killed the vibe. Showing a girl my dick for the first time, basically I was friends with this one girl, we were always rather close, we'd hang out at each other's houses all the time, so this story happened in my house. We came over and chilled for a bit. Now, I'm really a huge jeans hater, so I told her I was going to change. I went in my room and put on my plaited PJs and a crop tee that was oversized in the sleeves and went back. She stared at me and said that I was wearing the sluttiest outfit a dude could wear. We laughed it off and continued chilling on the couch. After some scrolling, I showed her a meme I found that said something like, "Every girl remembers her first micropenis." And she stared, telling me about it. After she was done, she asked me, "How do us guys know if someone is small?" I asked her what she mean by that. And she said, like, "Don't you guys have like a sign about it or something?" I laughed it off and told her that no man would tell another he's tiny. We all just try to prove we are the biggest in the room. She chuckled as she said something like, "I know you don't have to do much talking." I chuckled, but honestly, I think I started blushing. I think I muttered out something like, "You don't know the half of it." And then she asked to see it. I got off the couch, and after asking if she was sure and her confirming, I just dropped my PJs and boxers to my ankles. She stared in awe as she said, "It's not even hard." I told her she can get it hard if she wants. And she reached to grab it. She flicked it around a bit, and I started getting hard. She started blowing me, and I got fully hard in her mouth as she started face-fucking herself, making the sloppiest noises I've heard. I ended up nutting in her mouth, and she swallowed every last drop. Wow, girls, what is your reaction when seeing new partner's dick for the first time? Do you ever compare it with exes in your head, or what is the first thought?
No comparisons, just admiring. I don't compare it, but I do kind of take a minute to study it. I like an aesthetically pleasing cock, not necessarily long, thick, large, but a nice color, no scars, proportionate head, bulging veins, tight balls, etc. I'll take a pretty dick over a big one any day. Usually don't have time to think much about it because I'm going down on him as soon as my gift is unwrapped. I don't have anything. I love your creative choice of words. I've always wondered if women called it that. I know I would love it. Well, it is a wonderful gift to get. That's not really full. Not saying I, or any woman, wants to get dick pics sent to them, blech, but when you're with a partner, nothing is as beautiful as a nice hard cock. I can't wait to get my mouth around it and suck the soul out of my partner. A year or so ago, it occurred to me that it could be a good metaphor for what a person feels about that unwrapping moment. I told my GF that's how I imagine her at her first moments. She had this grin on our first moment, but she didn't give me much feedback about it. I believe she feels as you do. Makes sense to me, yummy yummy, I want dat little pee-pee in my mouth. I part to say on nothing people with your partner in facing. There were a lot of things I had to learn. For instance, I didn't know that it couldn't bend backwards when erect. I was also amazed at how smooth, rubbery the skin felt, particularly the head. Balls were the most fascinating thing in the world to me. I remember playing with them for a really long time, trying to figure them out. I had always heard that they were literally a ball in a sack, but I was really freaked out by the feeling that the testicles felt free-floating. They kind of reminded me of a balloon that you had blown up too many times. The skin felt really soft. I was also surprised by the fact that the pee hole was more like a slit than a hole. And finally, that guys have muscles that can move their peen. It was no coming out to an act of it. That one freaked the shit out of me. Edited to add, I also thought that the process of getting an erection was kind of interesting. That's feel unlike muff. I would let my boyfriend go soft and then touch it and watch him get an erection. I thought it was so neat that you could literally see the pumping action of the blood moving in with his heartbeat. Maybe I'm weird, but I found that to be fascinating.
I remember being amazed at how something could be both soft and hard at the same time. I mean, like how the skin could feel so velvety and smooth, but also felt rock hard because of an erection. I don't know why, but before I saw one, I'd assumed a penis became erect still pointing down. I'd never seen any porn or anything, and yeah, I figured sex would be a logistical nightmare. In my head, when I saw it pointing up, I was kind of like, oh, that totally makes sense now. So being an awkward and sexually inexperienced thing, I didn't actually see a penis in person for the first time. I just kind of put my hand into my partner's pants and was surprised at how, soft it was. Smooth, there was definitely a boner. But I've been seeing the same penis for at least 3 years, and it still amazes me when it moves to BH. Why can't I do that?
Why can't I do that?
I'm just imagining you trying to wiggle your clit side to side, but I expected it to be bigger and more impressive. The way guys my age talked about them, hell, the way every man talked about theirs, I was just expecting more. Also, the way they were portrayed in the romance novels my sister kept hidden under her bed. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. Penises are wonderful, and I'm an especially huge fan of the one belonging to my SO. Just, in general, that first time, I was expecting something twice the size, glistening and golden, and somehow emitting a special radar that would make me ache deep in my loins. I learned later that the first one I saw was smack dab in the middle of average.
Thank you so much for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next videos. In the meantime, check out the other ones. They're already waiting for you. Share your thoughts on this topic in the comments and tell your own stories. Wishing you a great day, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.